Welcome to this edition of the Coin Collector Spotlight. My name is Richard Bauer and I'm your host, and today I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming internationally acclaimed coin expert, Mr. Jeff Garrett. Welcome, Jeff.
Thanks for having me.
You made headlines recently when you purchased the rare 1913 Liberty Head nickel for more than $3.1 million. While few of us have coins of that value in our collections, can you talk for a minute about a collector's pride of ownership and how it feels to hold a true numismatic rarity in your hands?
Buying the 1913 Liberty nickel for me was a real surreal experience because I bought and sold coins for over 40 years, and I could buy a $10,000 coin, I don't even blink. This coin made me a nervous wreck. I was thinking about buying it. I called a client. The guy didn't want to do it, and then he called me 15 minutes before the sale, literally, decided he wanted to buy it. And I go into the auction room, there's 500 people in the room, there's rows of seats for VIPs that are going to bid on it. I'm sitting in the back room with my son, and I'm sitting there, it's like knowing I'm getting ready to, hopefully be part of numismatic history. So the coin gets ready to be sold. It's and I'm sitting there, and it's not just the money. The money's not what made me nervous. It was just being part of something that was so big. I mean, $3 million is a lot of money, but it was really more than that. It was part of that whole scene. If you were there, you kind of know the electricity was in the air and all that kind of thing. So I was there. The coin opened for $2 million. And everybody's looking at the front row where everybody's expecting everybody to bid, and I'm in the back row, and I raise my paddle, and everybody turns around and where's it coming from? So I bid, and then another guy bid, and then goes back and forth, and a few minutes later it's like sold, and I'm like, I was like really shocked. It was kind of a stunning moment, and so I wasn't prepared mentally really for what happened, and so the whole room broke out in applause. I get up and walk outside because kind of the auction breaks up at that point. It's like the whole room's like stopping, wanting to talk about it. I get outside, and there's a media frenzy. There's probably guys from local press and national press. Everybody's wanting an interview, talking about it. And I'm like, I guess I better think of something to say. So I was like, and I was being careful because I didn't want to say like, oh, I bought the coin cheap, because it was like that wasn't my intention. We bought the good value, but it was, and I kind of just I kind of like I told them. I said it was just. To me, it was like being a collector my whole life, and being a coin dealer my whole life. It was just, it was like a pinnacle of my career. It was really it's like reaching Mount Everest, for me as a coin dealer. And it was very, very, very exciting, and it kind of brings out that, that pride of ownership. And I can appreciate it now when even like a collector that I'm dealing with who's just starting, and he's been buying coins for a while, and then that great coin he's looking for $1,000 shows up, and the sense of excitement he gets. And for me, I kind of lost that over the yeers, and it was kind of brought back that sense of excitement of what it really was to find something you've been looking for a long time, or that just the sense of accomplishment. So it was a lot of fun. The 1913 nickel, I talk about today. We've talked about stories. Well, the 1913 nickel was #1 in my 100 greatest book for several years, and the 1913 Liberty nickel has a great story. And this particular 1913 Liberty nickel has the best story because the coin was missing for 40 years. It was discovered. I was part of the team that got to authenticate it 10 years ago. So that was a great honor. And I even kidded with somebody a couple days before the sale, said, wouldn't it be neat if I got to be involved in which I didn't even think I would. I was just kidding. And so all those pieces just kind of came together like it was meant to be. And really, it's been a great steps in my numismatic journey, and I've really enjoyed it.
Jeff, thank you again for sharing another compelling story about an incredible coin. And I want to thank you for joining us in this edition of our show.
Well, thanks for having me.
And I want to thank the rest of our viewers for joining us on this wonderful edition with our guest, Jeff Garrett, of the Coin Collector's Spotlight. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.